Are you all ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I don't see many of you. Keep your video active.
So the things that you told us, 5, 6 things that you told us to get, it's for today's workshop or
For today's workshop.
then okay. I
Sir,
have them.
what are we exactly supposed to do?
So are we gonna go out?
I have no idea. Let's see. Let's see. We'll figure out what we are going to do today. How's the situation around your area? How's the situation around your area? A chat box is active. Oh, nice. All of you write that. How's the situation in your area? Anyone here from Gujarat? Normal. I have few gardens, few general store shops. Normal. It's fine. Can go on terrace, but not out. What happened? बाहर में क्या है बच्चे? Can go on terrace. Festival mode. Happy Pongal to South Indian people. Happy Lori to
Happy
Punjabi
Makar
people.
Sankranti, sir.
Happy Makar Sankranti to North Indians.
Thank you, sir.
This is today is a happy India. In all over every corner, we are having some kind of local festival is going on. So all right. So today we are going to talk about this is one of the really big part of all the examinations, be it architecture, design, fashion, composition, drawing. And many of you, after learning so much of drawing, composition, and everything, still facing problem with this. So you don't have any kind of troublesome experience in examination. Couple of matters, important matters are there. If you pay attention onto them, you'll be able to clear these things easily, because this is just a point of view, certain understanding. Someone has shared one video about the animation in some group. I think it's Durgesh has shared something which is about positioning of camera and the view angle, how one view looks really nice in some way, but another doesn't give such kind of uh, good idea about a good composition. I'll just show you one example. Doing, I'm going to change something in one artwork, and you'll be able to see that how composition, just by using elements here and there, you can make a composition impressive. So one student has done this thing. um, कौन से बैच में भेजा है, किसने करा था? That Australia thing on the waves, you have written something.
For me, Nisha, basic batch, 21.
Basic batch 21. This one, I think this one. Is it this one or that one, upper one?
Yes, sir, this one. Upper one.
Oh. So this is a book cover design for a book release of a traveler, where the composition is not It's good, it's nice, but it can be better. Let's see that how we can make this thing looking a little bit better, and such kind of thing what you will be able to to present in examination paper. It's not like it's going to take your a lot of time or things like that. Just a little thought. So we got this here. Let me open. Come on. I clicked on Illustrator. Okay, so we are going to do some cropping and some layout, the changes in the layout. Let's first find out how we can do half, third, placing this thing. That's my favorite. Using rules. Creating a depth mid-ground background foreground. I'm going to use both. Two of the composition principles, kind of. So that's a nice photograph. All right. Now the focus is not just about the
Can you
visual.
use the red line? The
About
blue is getting blurred.
what?
So can you use a red line because the blue is like almost not visible.
Okay, so this meant to be not too visible. Just it's giving a little bit hint. No, that is fine. It's meant not to be visible. Okay. What's the name of basically I'm trying to put this guy in the side. No. Trying to do just a rough layout, okay, not very much clean looking. Okay, so whenever we do it, cleaning takes time. Okay, in any kind of software using, cleaning takes a lot of time. Now let's bring this guy. Maybe something like that, where you have this guy a little bit larger than the life coming from the side. Ignore the background guy, okay? Ignore that one. And this whole thing, journey to the Australia, there is a little bit cropping needs to be done here. Right. So set your thing in such a way so that you'll be able to show Australia a little bit on the side. The whole idea is that try to bring this whole thing on around this area and keeping this guy on little bit on the side so that you focus on your main subject, and your subject has been placed right there according to the composition rules. You may iska haath thoda sa upar kar sakte ho while designing this thing, right? This has to come little bit above. It was way below when it was done previously, and little bit intervention, little bit change in what you saw there in the first and what you have right now. Let me show you that one. This one, just a centralized normal composition, and you have this here. All right, which one is looking much more impressive, on point? Or maybe you can have this one on the top also. This one you can have the name, you can have here maybe on the top, and little bit his head is coming over this thing, just like a magazine cover what we had. Similar kind of aesthetic. Right, you have this. There's so many systems. No? My system is going very slow. So many programs are running right now. Yeah, this is better. Okay, so having from the bottom crossing to the top crossing, and right there, not exactly in the center. Don't put exactly in the center. Little bit make it short so that the Australia would not have been covered too much. Yeah, maybe like this, little bit below, right here. This is fine. So try to keep your elements around the crossings. I have this one, alongside with you have this one. Much better placement, and characters are coming out to be much more you know engineered way. Okay, so that's what little bit of understanding you have about the composition. The similar element, the similar kind of thing you can design in a much impressive looking concept. Okay, so this is what the agenda of today: understanding the placements, layouts, and different views. Many of you are facing problem with the different views of your composition designing or drawing, for instance. um, last test we had a question about, you have to design a composition where astronaut couple is having dinner date in outer space in zero gravity. In that question, many of you have so much disaster. मतलब helmet के साथ, everything, someone has shown they're flying here and there, champagne ऐसे उड़ रहा है ऐसे, that everything is fine, but a basic common sense, it's a dinner date in zero gravity. Who is going to sit on the table for dinner and wearing a helmet? And where this is going, you first you need to give the idea. Okay, let's begin the whole thing, how we are going to do that. Second thing we are going to do today is we are going to have a little bit of outdoor experience. How many of you have drawn last time? What was the last time you went outside and you did draw something live?
Nothing.
Write in the chat box.
1 week ago.
What was the last time you went outside, you sat somewhere, maybe in park or in some area, and did draw a live drawing? What was the last time? Sinjini has done yesterday. Okay, Sinjini is getting inspired. That's nice. Show me your drawing, what you've done.
Sir, just a second, I'm bringing it.
Students,
Can I show mine?
foundation batch.
Sir,
This class is dedicated for examination this year. However, you are going to learn so many things. How do we plan composition? Of course, you still need to be learning all those elements, so don't worry about it. After learning elements, composition comes. For you, composition is again going to come after 5-6 months. Okay, so that will be your composition thing.
sir,
Just have fun. Okay. Yeah.
sir.
Mm.
Can I show mine?
Yeah. See, okay, nice. That's not a live drawing though, but you had done just
live drawings. I mean, it's
here.
because the mandala is in pen. The others in pencil are not probably visible.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that dream catcher thing, and
Yeah, a charger.
these kids are 9th grade. They're going to be designer. They're going to be with me for 4 years before their examination. They're going to have quite a lot of fun. Sinjini,
Sir, I did it in the airport.
whose leg is that? Is it yours?
Sir, that leg turned out to be a skeleton. I don't know.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
that was my leg only.
Because you're traveling where?
Sir, I drew this one.
I was not traveling anywhere. I went outside and I came back to Kolkata.
Kolkata airport. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Sir,
Yes. Who is calling, sir?
sir, Gausia.
Goshia. Oh, Goshia. That's drawing you have done. How old it is? That's nice.
It's on 6th Jan.
Good, good. Okay, so I see that very less of you are going outside and doing some live drawing. Trishna has done a week ago. Sanjini has done yesterday. Mitushi, in October I went out, did live drawing. In October, it's been quite a while. 6th January. You remember the date? You written the date, I think. Before Corona struck, Sheetal. Mm, not so good. Jyotsna, a week ago, tried drawing, tried to draw my neighbor's house maybe a week ago. Just rough sketch. When I was at Corona Center in October, you had COVID. Pooja is showing, trying to show something. Durgesh,
Yes, sir.
you got COVID?
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank God
घर
you're
में ही
alive.
हुआ।
How was
घर
the
में
experience?
मेरे अंकल को हुआ, बाद में मम्मी को हुआ, बाद में घर
Oh
में
my God.
सबको।
Everyone is safe now?
यस, अंकल को थोड़ा सीरियस हो गया था, बट
Okay.
अलग मुझे तो कुछ नहीं हुआ था, फिर भी रिपोर्ट आ गया इसलिए भेज दी।
Oh, okay. Thank God you're. Uh, um, all right. So many of you are not even having this habit of drawing outside. Like you haven't even drawn anything. I actually want to visit church, but it was closed. So I sat on bench beside on it. Okay. Nice, nice. God has done something good. Okay, everyone, please keep your Radhika, Sinjini, मैं हटा दूंगा. I'll remove you. I'm telling you. एक बार भी वीडियो ऑफ दिखा मैं remove.
Sir, my video is
Yeah, you were
on.
right. People who are writing, for them it's like दूध बात. Okay, anyway, let's begin this thing. A couple of important layouts and the thought process we are going to have a look upon, and we'll understand that how do we plan these the layout for the composition, and after that we'll have some exercise here and we'll do one exercise outside. Okay, for outside thing, just prepare one frame. What does that mean? I told you to keep this one thick paper. What you're going to need basically, you have to, whether it's a A4 sheet, it's fine. You have to cut one small box. The ratio should be 16:9, the similar kind of ratio what your phone has, or not the older phones, not the newer phones. Lambe wale screen hote wo nahi. 16:ratio, what, how much you can be? 2 inches by 3 inches. Okay, you can do 2 inches by 3.5 inches box. Just cut it out from your paper. Okay.
2 and 3.
Yeah. By 3.5.
So can you repeat the dimensions?
2 inches by 3.5 inches. Try to cut landscape 3.5 inches and 2 inches height, like that.
Sir, what are we doing?
We are making a frame on a paper. The frame of the size is 3.5 inches by 2 inches. Okay, this is fine.
Sir,
Yes.
is it this big? That's it?
No, not the tip of this thing. You have to cut out a window in a large size paper, a window of 2 inches by 3.5 inches.
Sir, can you show once? I'm not getting it.
Wait, ये देखो मैंने ये विंडो बना लिया, ठीक है, ये 2 इंच है और ये 3.5 inches. This 2 inches. I'll cut this out and I will keep this. I'll throw this.
3.5, sir.
3.5 inches.
So you want it in the middle of the page?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So is this right?
Yes, Pratika, yours is fine.
Sir, we need to cut just one rectangle, na?
Yeah.
Sir, done.
After done, you can mark this 3 equal parts, both side, widthwise and lengthwise. 3 equal parts. Now to make it much more creative and experimental, you may take a thread and a needle, and you may create a whole rule of third kind of thing inside this window, but don't have to do right now. Just you can do the marking, that will be enough.
Done.
Done? All right, we'll use it after some time.
सर लेंथ ब्रेथ दोनों साइड को 3 इक्वल पार्ट्स में काटना है.
काटना नहीं है, मार्क करना है बच्चे, ऐसे मार्किंग करनी है.
हाँ ये सर वही है.
All right, let's focus on the board. Okay, so we have understood, if you have had previous classes for the compositions, I think all of you have attended class for the composition. All of you?
Sir, I
Anyone other than foundation batch students? Other than foundation batch students who hasn't attended class for the composition? Okay, I think all of you have attended. All right, so what we had, one type of the primary three kind of composition we are going to study basically. And in the examination, there are many other, but we are not going to disturb our mood because of that. One, if you have very much important element or landmark, you place that thing in the center and things goes around of the whole thing, right?
So I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Please check your connection, okay? Although it's not the correct thing to use for rule of third, but anyway. Primarily, if you have a very important landmark or something, you're going to put that thing in center of the frame, starting from bottom to top, the main element, or it can be here also. Let's suppose if you have to draw India Gate or something like that, you may have India Gate right there in the center. Something like that. Road is coming out of this, the whole garden thing is happening around, something like that. So that's a central bias or centralized composition design. Okay. But when you're getting anything which is not giving idea of such point of importance, for that we have rule of third and midground, background, foreground. Midground, background, foreground, we use that when we have a large space or landscape. You need to show very large area. So for that matter, we show midground, background, foreground. If you don't have a large space, things like that, and you can use the rule of third in midground, background, foreground as well. Okay, it's just about creating the depth, covering a very large landscape. You can have both things in one composition also. Midground, background, foreground, and rule of third. Both of things can work together as well. You can have this idea. But basically what we do in that one, the one you have, the markings you have done on your frame, this is for that only, and you see the similar thing in your camera whenever you take a photograph or when you crop a photograph, वो सीधे वो बनना शुरू हो जाता है, that line, the rule of third line, it appears when you crop a photograph. Try to crop a photograph in your phone and you'll see. Okay, so what that thing is actually to maintain the balance and the focus in your composition. Especially when you have a very asymmetrical subject to draw, a figure which is giving idea for asymmetry. For that matter, whichever the primary, and asymmetry means what, like you have one primary also, but there are other things are important and need to compose them as well in the given space. Okay, so for that matter we use this thing. The most important element will be having on these crossings, all the 4 crossings you are getting, either starting from here, going like that, getting any kind of stuff, and maybe you may have something here, something in the background, like that. So that will be one style of composition, placing on the crossings. Something is in air, so suppose someone is flying kite or something like that, so kite always goes in the air. Something kept on the ground, then you may show starting from these bottom crossings. So something is in air, you have to show always on top crossing. Kite fight. Going like that, okay, something like that. Or maybe if you have to show in one frame only, the player, the people who fly the kite, what do you say in English, a person who fly kite? Huh? What do you say, kite fighter? Kuch bhi. Whatever it is. So you can have that person here at this crossing in the bottom, right, trying to figure out how to do the scene for others, going that kite is there very tiny bit in this area, like that. So these crossings are really important. Rest you can have the whole landscape going around in the background. That is a part where we say we feel not so much important auxiliary things, but they are a big part of creating atmosphere of the whole composition. Okay, many of you, what kind of mistake you do? Okay, tell me, you appeared in so many tests recently. What were the questions create a lot of problem for you? Composition questions.
सब proportion part की कितना बड़ा बनाना चाहिए?
क्या?
सब proportion part की मतलब कितना बड़ा बनाना चाहिए हमें? ह्यूमन फिगर है तो फिर वो कितना बड़ा बनेगा, और पीछे बैकग्राउंड में मुझे बहुत दिक्कत आता है कि बैकग्राउंड में क्या होना चाहिए.
Visualization. बैकग्राउंड में प्रॉब्लम होता है, बैकग्राउंड कितना आना चाहिए. ओके.
Sir, sometimes
But
I mess up with copying from the chotu sa dabba.
क्या?
Like when I draw it big from like my small reference, then I mess up.
so the perspective in comprehension, you have to create perspective that between object and person. So I can make a perspective in an object. I can make a perspective in a person. I can't make it like it doesn't gel well together when I do it together.
We'll talk about the
Looks odd.
perspective part. About that. Putting a thought on paper. Mm. We'll have to start from literal beginning. Okay. Any other problem you face about the composition right here in chat box? Background details. Okay. Any other problem you face?
How to make a tiny human look like a human rather than a stick figure.
Tiny human look like a human. This tiny human looking like a human. Proportions are correct. Okay, we'll see that
Maybe
how to achieve this for you. Situation drawing like
nine.
straight view, park view, and all this stuff. Okay, I gave one question to all of you that day. That the floor plan of a road is like this. Standing here in the center of the road, looking straight, there is a car which is trying to take a turn here like this. Okay, and you're on the road watching the car going. All right, so here in the center of the road, and you're seeing the car going like this. Car is right here. From this point, you have to draw. Okay, so let's see that you're able to draw. You have 5 minutes to visualize and draw. 5 minutes. Quickly do that. Have a look. Quickly do and send in your respective group. 5 minutes.
So can you tell again?
In the given to cover everything in the given space. Draw crowded area in perspective, like a lot of people not standing in straight line. Okay, we'll talk about that also. Any other question? Please mention here. Remember, you don't have more than 5 minutes. 30 seconds already gone. So be quick while planning the composition. You done? Kunal, focus the camera properly. Okay. Your eye level is height of the sinuses. Look at all three sinuses are aligned in one line, one straight line.
So,
Let's do some visualization. You're liking visualization. How many of you were there when last time in the class I drew that view on the road, on the board with the view of the road? How many of you were there? Nisha. Okay, wait. Okay, Nisha. Road is moving in some different direction. How you should practice at home also. You can practice in such manners. Okay, so yeah, Radna, I can see that.
So was that fine?
Fine.
So,
Let's see. I'll show you. I'll show you whether that was fine or not.
sir,
Wait a second, kid. Wait a second. Okay.
So you're on mute.
All right. So observe this one. The height of a human goes around the height of ACV. Have you seen ACVs? Have you? Can you visualize the height of you yourself standing near the ACV? Your head goes around the height of the ACV. It goes, maybe the ACV goes no. My height, I can imagine in front of, yeah, the head goes exactly on the level of the ACV. Like that, so. And with this, are you able to visualize how the road is spreading with this eye view from this level? Take a screenshot, all of you. Someone please take a screenshot and send me, send in the group, on any of the group. Remy, you do that. Take a screenshot and send in the group. क्रॉप करके भेजना, नहीं तो बहुत मजाक उड़ाऊंगा मैं. Is standing right in the center. All right. Josna has sent. Okay, good. It's taking so much time.
तो मैंने भी भेजा है रो 5 मैच 5.
हाँ ठीक है, बस और कोई नहीं भेजेगा, इतना काफी है. ओके, ऑलराइट. Now this is going to be centralized composition, because you're standing in the center of the road and trying to observe what's happening in the front. So you grab this thing and place in such a way so that it creates nice size. Yeah, right. Or you may go for rule of third as well, because the vehicle is moving in this direction. Let's see that the vehicle is moving in this direction, and rule of third says the direction you're placing this thing on any of the crossings, no? So the area wherever the object or wherever anything which is involved in that particular scene, in whichever direction it's moving, in that direction the area should be, the blank area should be more in compared to the back. Okay, so the car is moving in that direction, your placement for the composition should go like this. Yeah, okay, can you see this? This is what the ideal composition should look like with that particular view. And look at that, how the road is spreading. Can you see how the road is spreading like that? It's getting wider as close as it's coming near the frame. All right, you may keep this also, this view also, you may keep that. So you can see that how again the road is spreading only, touching the corner everywhere, you're trying to keep that whole car on this particular crossing from the bottom, first one. Okay, नीचे वाला crossing जो दिख रहा है ना, वहां पे it has been exactly placed right there. Whether it's close to the car, it's again placed right there. It's further, it's again placed right there. Okay, I don't know you are able to visualize that particular thing or not. अगर यहाँ पे धागा हमने लगा दिया होता ना तो और अच्छे से दिखता. But anyway, I hope you are able to visualize this thing. What we are trying to do here, what I'm trying to show you is whenever you are doing these practices for the composition, you should do this kind of practice with a practical medium, so that your view becomes much more better, and this is what helps in visualization. सिंगल हैंडलिटी इससे बेटर और कोई तरीका ही नहीं है, अभी तक किसी ने नहीं डेवलप किया टिल दिस डेट. Okay, so now all of you can see that what kind of mistakes you have made in your drawing. Huh? Kunal, what kind of mistake you have made in your drawing?
My eye level is a bit above.
Eye level has gone a little bit weird way, huh?
Yes, sir.
Anyone would say what kind of mistake you have made?
So I think these lines, the center ones, ये थोड़ा छोटा होना चाहिए था जाके.
Try to be your own teacher, kids. Try to be your own teacher. I'm just here to just inform you some techniques and things like that, but I would strongly suggest, try to be your own teacher. Anyway, next thing, you are telling about the visualization, managing the space and everything. So we have had discussion. Let's have a little bit understanding of everything related to composition. About first starts with a space. Space, when you're doing a composition is going to happen on your composition drawing. One is going to be communication, design part. There will be having poster stamp and all this stuff. Blah blah. Where else you are going to use the composition in examination? Yes, your grid, all those color and everything you solve, there also you're going to use the composition. Pattern.
Storytelling.
Yeah, the storytelling, those questions, they're part of the composition only. Storyboarding. Okay, so these are the primary things, and इसी में तुम्हारा पूरा exam खत्म हो जाना है. Anyway, one more thing people are not very much aware about while solving any other kind of question. There is something called composition of the page, your answer sheet. You're going to have a A4 size answer sheet, and on top of that, how well you have managed the balance on the paper itself. That also matters. Like if you have one product to draw in this space and you're drawing like this, this is a horrible composition. Horrible composition. You need to be having what? Again, with this idea only, that's the first idea what we talk about, the space, management of the space.
The product drawing comes under...
If you're going for minimalistic approach, 60:40, 60p, 40n. If you're going ideal kind of thing, safe way, 70, 30 n. If you have to make so much packed things like that, 80-20. Do not go more than that. And this also in very rare case, especially in the examination, you're not going to require this one. But if you somehow you get the job with Versace and everything, so you are going to need this one. Versace is all about maximalism. But this is where we have to focus the most. 70-30. What does that mean? 70% positive, 30% negative. If you have to go super minimalistic, 70%, 30% positive, 70% negative. This kind of designing happens whenever you design shirts for men. There you have to keep very minimal approach towards designing print, especially we are talking about printed things when you're designing. Very minimal approach you have to keep there. Right? So this is a very horrible composition. How to make it nice? First, the bottom area, top area should be double space in compared to the bottom one. First, mark the area where you're going to draw your composition this much. All right, and in this one, you're going to have your composition like that. Don't go so much on the top like this. Yeah. So this is going to be much better composition in compared to the previous one. Looking at the whole page. Okay, looking at the whole page. All right, like that. And in the bottom, you just put this. Much better composed. 60:40 ratio is going on here. Okay, especially if this is just one object. In that case, if there will be more object, then you're automatically going to shift towards 70:30. Now this is a very tentative idea. You're not able to, anyway, you're not going to measure this thing. Okay, yahan ho gaya. But with your visual perception, will you be able to say that if this is 100% area and you draw something on top of that, just one product here, one product here, will you be able to say how much percentage of this whole space has been covered with the positive elements? What would you think? How much space is getting covered here?
65, 65.
Yeah, around 65.
70.
Around 65 is being covered. Now, if you provide a base right there, a base here, that is going to be converted into a positive area. A base table kind of thing. How much this is becoming now?
Now 70-30.
Now around 70%. Visual aesthetic enhanced. Okay, rest area, don't hamper it, leave it blank. All right, so it's a tentative understanding that, okay, this much area, it's looking too much what do you say, blank spaces are becoming too much, or suddenly you become to just looking too much hodgepodge, so much packed, congested, right? This kind of thing. And how are you going to get that? In the beginning only you plan the whole frame. In the beginning only you plan the whole frame, and for the planning we have the rules. All right, we have the rules. Those rules are basically, you don't have to be so much becoming rigid, but for the examination, play safe. When you go into college, after that you explore according to your design aesthetic. You may play with whatever the space you would like. So leave it for that part. यहाँ पे rule follow कर लो, easy रहेगा, काम fast हो जाएगा, your work will be faster. Okay, so let's understand the color grid pattern. We have done it already. Storyboarding, if you do this one, you'll be able to understand how to do storyboarding. Anyway, Durgesh has forwarded a really nice video about how to manage a frame. So Durgesh, I'll forward that video thing in all the groups. Composition, this is what we are studying today. Now, any of the question which bothered you the most, any question which bothered you the most in previous 5-6 tests you've been appearing?
So product designing, product design is
Not, we're not talking about the designing right now, about the composition, tell me.
Sir, there's one thing you told us not to draw environment, but when we solve paper, you always draw environments.
कहाँ पे कौन सा?
Composition question first वाले question में आप हमेशा देते हो do not draw environments and फिर हम
What
जब
environment?
sorry
Which question she's talking about?
composition sir. Suppose last question was roller coaster wala na. So in that question you asked us to not draw environments, and again
it was there in it was
yeah,
there in
yes in question it was there. Do not
instructions.
yes instructions.
Additional instructions.
Instructions sir.
So it's mentioned do not draw environment.
Yes sir.
Let me see. Okay, so that might be the might have happened the case. मैंने seed में से copy करके डाल दिया, पढ़ा नहीं हुआ ठीक से. But anyway, if you don't have to draw the environment, don't draw the environment. What's the matter then?
No sir, every time we discuss you draw the environments and like
it's nice. Why the seed is telling not to draw the environment, so that you stick to the main concept. You don't go haywire creating the whole environment thing. You stick to the main concept where you will focus on the detail. The requirement of seed is very specific. It's very specific. Like one girl has done this thing. She put that seat belt kind of thing. That was a very clever idea, and that was the detail. Right. So that detail thing. Seed is trying to see that your problem solving skill also with the help of composition. But yes, if something is not mentioned there as such that you don't have to draw the environment and things like that, it's always preferable to draw something in background so that you balance the space properly. Okay, so जब नहीं कहीं किया गया, just focus on the concept. What's the matter then? मैं तो बनाऊंगा, मैं तो environment के साथ ही बनाऊंगा, मुझे अच्छा लगता है वो. But it's mentioned there, don't do that. Okay, if it's mentioned clearly, do read the question clearly and don't do that. Simple as that. So क्या दिक्कत है? And especially you have a very less time also. 3-year-old looking at her mother breaking an egg in the kitchen that breaks with thunderbolt. Okay. So let's find out. I'm going to draw one composition of a mother breaking an eggshell and the thunderbolt coming out of it, and 3-year-old girl watching. So 3-year-old girl, what will be the height of the girl? What can be the height of the girl?
2.5 feet.
Almost the height of the kitchen slab. Fine. Almost the height of the kitchen slab. On the kitchen slab, mother is breaking the shell. Frame. Let's take portrait. Eye level right there in the center. That means kitchen slab is going to be exact straight. Okay, kitchen slab is going to be straight. Now, 1 point perspective, here is going on like that. From here. And the girl is looking in this direction. Let's not create 1 point perspective, or let's create 1 point perspective, or not create 1 point perspective. Okay, I'm not creating 1 point. I'm going to go with 2 point perspective here. Okay. What do you want me to do with 1 point or 2 point? Which one?
Sir, 2 point because I did with
point.
1 point, so 2 point.
So
Right
1
in the
point
chat,
is easier to do. 2 point.
right in the box. First 10 में से फिर हम counting करेंगे. 3 point. First 10, whoever will be majority. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Neeraj Saini tak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is getting 2 point perspective. 3 is getting 1 point perspective. We are going with 2 point perspective. Majority wins. Minorities deal with it. All right. So 2 point perspective. Slab. Mom is going to stand here, and if this is the height of the kitchen slab, it's going to be chimney on the top. The height of mother is like that. Looking here towards the slab where she's breaking the egg. So that will be whole thing. Wearing apron पहना दो मम्मी को. She's trying to take the shell. Till here should be the slab goes a little bit below the waist. Okay, the kitchen slab goes a little bit below the waist. So that's for kurta. Like this, so. All right, so basic structure is ready. Fine. Many of you face problem till here only, right?
यस सर. सर स्लैब का वो ऊपर वाला सेल्फ तो दिख नहीं रहा. वो
कहाँ नहीं
जरूर.
दिख रहा? दिखाना ही नहीं है ना, वो तो एकदम आई लेवल पे है. बच्ची दिख रही है ना बच्चे?
हाँ सर वो दिख रहे.
वो तो स्ट्रेट रहेगा ऐसे.
ओके सर.
उसके ऊपर तुम ऐसे दिखा सकते हो, यहाँ पे स्टोव
वही नहीं
साइड में.
बात. वही समझ में नहीं आ रहा था कि कैसे अरेंज कर रहे हैं.
ये देखो, ये रहा स्टोव, नीचे से उठ रहा है ऊपर की तरफ, एंड स्टोव उधर गया. ठीक है, बेसिकली मैं अपना किचन बना रहा हूँ. मेरे किचन में ऐसे ही सेटअप है. सो दिस इज द क्लेवर वे टू गो फॉर दिस. ओके, दिस इज अ क्लेवर वे टू गो फॉर दिस. नाउ एक हाथ से शी इज होल्डिंग वन एग काइंड ऑफ थिंग, छोटा सा. ओके, एंड एक हाथ में चम्मच पकड़ा देना. स्ट्राइकिंग. चम्मच से तोड़ते हैं ना, किसी से तोड़ते हो तुम एग शेल? हाउ डू यू ब्रेक द एग? मैं तो चम्मच से तोड़. तुम पटक के तोड़ते हो क्या ऐसे स्लैब पे?
और चम्मच है.
चक्कू और चम्मच यही होता
है.
Sir, against the pan.
Break directly in the pan?
नहीं, against the pan. ऐसे pan का थोड़ा उठा हुआ होता है तो वहाँ से ऐसे तोड़ के फिर direct.
The edge of the pan.
बाउल का edge.
All right. Remember, kids, this is what I was doing. I'm having this rule of third thing going on here. Please pay attention. I didn't draw the line, but I'm having that rule of third is going on around here. So I've been drawing this thing on this crossing, on both of these crossings. Between that, okay, because we need a space, enough space where the girl is watching. Of course, you will not draw the girl. You will not draw the girl because it's a view of the girl. Okay. Now, यहाँ पे तुम्हें whenever you get this kind of question, no, मैं तो खुश हो जाता हूँ ऐसे question आते जैसे. Oh, flash, thunderbolt. You don't have to draw the details of fingers. What else do you want? No fingers. Life jingalala. यहाँ पे चिमनी बना दो. That chimney goes like that. And in here, make some, first of all, draw some cupboards right here with handle. Very nice. Kitchen cupboard slab. Just below that, you have the cupboards, no? For storage. Going on like that, okay? And in here, you may draw some, just like I'm trying to draw what I have. For this part, goes like that. And yeah. Always remember, I'm focusing towards this one vanishing point or the other side vanishing point. Of course, my vanishing points are beyond the paper, so don't have to justify so much. Anyone has problem drawing vanishing point beyond the paper? I'll tell you a secret how to draw that.
Yes, sir.
It's just how to say this thing. Let me figure out. Let me form my speech so that I'll be able to make you understand. All right. Now from here we have to draw a thunderbolt coming out of it. So let's get bit. How do we draw thunderbolt? Shiny, going in all other direction, like that.
So why do we need to draw the thunderbolts?
The question is telling something.
Okay.
The question is that she's breaking the egg, and out of the egg, उसमें से thunderbolt निकल रहा है, अचानक से flash होता है, thunderbolt बाहर आता है. That's the question is telling.
सर अंडे में से?
Someone read the question, please. There are sleepy people here.
Actually, it was a long question. So the mother first tries to break the egg twice, but it does not break. So when she strikes it with the spoon the third time, it gives out a big thunderstorm.
So you have to show that aggressiveness also, that she is trying to break with her very much.
So, but the aggressiveness, how it can be shown, because this is the scene after the breakage.
थोड़ा सा टाइम लगता है ना बच्चे क्वेश्चन को पढ़ने में भी, तुम्हें कंफ्यूज करने के लिए भी. ठीक है, थंडरबोल्ट हो गया, just that, okay, that much only is fine. And the flash of the thunderbolt is going to be so quick that it's just a strike has happened and thunderbolt has come out of it, and you just draw something flash. Of course, you have to draw this thing how you can represent with the line itself. Okay, so that's all about it. Or maybe you can draw some flashy kind of thing. You may draw that some boxes or dabba niche gir raha hai aise, falling down, something like that. So basically just a normal composition. On top of that, you have to add some extra effect.
सर मॉम का कुछ इफेक्ट नहीं रहेगा क्या, मतलब वो सरप्राइज रहेगी ऐसा?
Thunderbolt is very quick, so
just it's very quick, so uska reaction aate aate, boom. So that moment it can be justified. and the reaction, of course, will be quick. It will be very quick reaction. So you can't, you can't move also. So basic idea about this thing is that now you can have a different location and look or something. Not only on kitchen slab, she might be breaking in her hand, something like that. So ऊपर हाथ नीचे पे नहीं रख के ऊपर हाथ करके बना दो, उसका सर ऐसे चला गया पीछे की तरफ, ऐसे क्या सर ऐसे पीछे चला गया. You can draw that also like this.
So can we add some typography?
Typography?
Sound effects. Yes, sir.
Boom, brak.
Yes.
Okay. Right? या फिर तुम ऐसा भी दिखा दो, एक थंडरबोल्ट लगा, उसका गला कट गया. That can be very flash. मतलब lady is right. No, don't be so much lethal. So this one. अब थोड़ा सा जाके ना थोड़ा सा अग्रेसिव फील आ रहा है, नहीं जैसे सर उसके ऊपर गया. वेट, यहाँ से थंडरबोल्ट जाके से गले पे लगा. Something like that. So it's just a science fiction kind of thing we are trying to draw. Okay, so that's the head, that's our hair, and face is going like that. Mouth, wearing चश्मा पहना दो तो और अच्छा रहेगा, आंखें नहीं बनानी पड़ती है, डिटेल भी आ जाता है साथ में. Like that. और you may draw एक ऐसे एक शेल टूटा बाहर की तरफ आ रहा है, समथिंग लाइक दैट, और उसका हाथ गायब हो गया, वहां से कट गया, पूरा फट गया, समथिंग लाइक दैट. You can think first, you write all the stuff that what might happen, all this stuff. Now it's looking a little bit much better. Yeah. Okay, so it's all about how you're going to draw the expression, how you can visualize the expression. All right, once you're planning, it's not going to take more than 10-15 minutes to draw these things. Okay, anyway, any other problem you're having? Now we are going to move outside with this frame. Try to see various things with various different eye levels, different angle of the view, because sometimes you get in the questions like let's say this is the view of the table which you are able to see in your question paper, but suddenly it asks that one monkey is trying to climb from this side, like that, like that, looking at this whole laptop thing in that direction. So draw the view of the monkey. How you can visualize that? Of course, you have to put yourself right there and how everything is looking, in which direction. This is what you have to draw. And these kind of questions becomes very much complicated when you get this. For that, what do you need to do? What do you need to understand? How do you solve these kind of questions? How do you solve these kind of questions?
Visualization.
Why? Radhika?
I said visualization.
No, visualization, but how? How will you visualize that? There has to be some process. Okay. I'm erasing this thing. Anyone wants to take a screenshot or something?
Yes,
Sir, I have solved this question. Can you just see and check?
Which one?
This one only that you drew just now.
Group में भेजो.
Sir, I personified that thunder.
ठीक है. Okay. Just send in the group. Send in the group. Let me see. You have become a little bit relevant creative or too much creative. There is something like that. We have to see that. This is a matter of conversation. Okay. Anyway, so when you get that situation where you are having this kind of photograph of one space, one space you need to first draw a floor plan. Draw a floor plan. Okay, so you see this whole area, and on the board, draw a rectangle. From here it's visible. Draw location of all the products where it has been kept. Try to figure out they are parallel to which line, like that. They're parallel to width and something like that. See, if something is fallen in some different angle, mark that also. And then try to visualize from which angle the new angle the question is asking. Mark that, mark the station point. Keep the station point in the center where you have the space to draw. So this is the space you have to draw. Keep the station point in center. This will be the viewpoint. This is the viewpoint. This is the station point. You're looking at the whole scenario. And scenario has been given like that. From here, you have to represent, mark the perspective, 2-point perspective, or whatever is coming. I think this will be 1-point perspective. So mark that coming like that. Oh, that's the viewpoint here. It will be like this. Yeah. That will be the whole room thing. And accordingly, first draw all these floor plans and everything, how these objects has been placed. Something like that. उसके बाद इनकी height बना देनी है. According to the level, इनकी height बना देनी है. That will be your answer. And that's the only and best way to do this. This way you're not going to be wrong at all. Okay, getting the point? In some questions you got that there was one object given in certain angle, you had to draw how the object is looking exactly from opposite angle. For that, what you need to do, first go for drawing the basic floor plan and the grid for that. कि कहाँ से कैसे till what area the object is constructed. Once you figure out the floor plan of the object, you can do any angle, any kind of angle you will be able to draw. Okay, so that will be your approach. That should be your approach. I'll send you a couple of questions like that. One question was already given. I think, was it in NID or Nata?
It's on JE, sir.
Huh?
JE paper.
JE paper. All of you, you should not even just solve the seed. If you're going for seed, solve all other, solve architecture papers. Definitely solve architecture papers. You'll thank me later. Okay, so now this was about the different view angle. What was other problem with you? What was other problem with you? Write your homework first. Write your homework. Of your choice, select 10 building complex. Of your choice. Building complex, it can be indoor, it can be outdoor. 5 outdoor, 5 indoor. Let's get it this way. 5 outdoor, 5 indoor. So and you send me this by tomorrow evening.
So can you repeat it? What did you say?
Select of your choice, select photograph of 5 building complex or room. Convert that into floor plan. Convert the whole thing into floor plan.
So how is the floor plan of a outdoor going to be? Floor plan.
Not outdoor, I'm telling like building, the whole building, and when you're drawing something inside the building means rooms or living room, the floor plan of living room. In what way in that area the object has been placed, ratio and proportion accordingly you're going to decide. Just sit there and do some critical observation of the space, convert that into floor plan. After converting that into floor plan, whatever the angle you are looking at while drawing the floor plan, take some different angle of it and again construct the whole thing. Now, so suppose, let's see, you are looking at your living room from this angle. Let's say you're looking at this bedroom from this angle. Okay, you're looking at bedroom from this angle. Now the bedroom is right there. There is something, some chair has been kept on top of that. There was one board thing happening. There's a cupboard. There is a mat, everything. So we'll draw a rectangular floor plan. You're looking from here, trying to understand every measurement. Now, when you're going to draw a 3D pattern, a 3D structure of that, draw from the opposite angle. Imagine that if you stand there on the opposite angle, how this whole visual, how this whole composition is going to look like. Create the 3D pattern of that. A little bit experimental, but this is going to help you out a lot, especially with a different angled view composition you are going to draw in the examination. बहुत ज़्यादा help करेगा ये. It's too much.
Sorry,
All right.
what's
Anyone
difference
has any
between-
trouble understanding any of the composition formulas and you're not able to use it or something like that? I don't think so. Problem आनी चाहिए, but anyway,
So
if you
can you
have,
explain floor plan again? Like the drawing view. Yes, sir.
all right, let's say we have to draw a floor plan of this whole thing. Fine. So, where are the drawing tools? Zoom को हो क्या गया है?
सर आई थिंक डाउनलोड करने के बाद आप एडिट कर पाओगे.
No, it's not about the editing thing. I'm trying to figure out the Zoom's drawing tools. आ ही नहीं रहे, ऐसे अपने आप आ जाता है ना.
सर नहीं है, हम लोग को भी नहीं दिख रहा है.
हम लोग को भी नहीं दिख रहा है.
नहीं.
कुछ तो कुछ पंगा कर रखा है इग्नाइट इंडिया ने. कोई भी चीज ठीक से चल नहीं रहा. Let's see. Let's do that in. All right. What is the size? Image canvas. Width 18 inches. कर दो इसको. One side. Oops, this side. Okay. W. All right, so now in this area I'm trying to draw the floor plan of whatever I'm able to see here. Okay, it's looking like a rectangular thing. All right, so the floor plan is going to be till here. All right, are you able to see this dotted thing? It's not able to visible. It's not visible. let me show you. So you can see that till here the floor is. Okay, you can see that till that area the floor is, and after that everything is height, right? The wall is going up. So this floor plan is kind of a square shape floor. I'm going to plan in this whole large area. Okay, let me get a rectangle tool. Where is that? Rectangle tool. There's the floor. The table is going from the side till here. Okay. With that, till here we have the table. Line tool. Till this part, you are getting the road. Oh, man. All right, that's the road thing. Okay. So yeah. All right. In here we have P new. The SU thing is right here. Here we have something like that Rubik cube has been placed on angular position. So it's like that, right there in the corner. Of course, it will be smaller though, by the way. It will be smaller than this vehicle. This whole thing will be smaller than that vehicle. Something like that. There is a whole lot of table. Sorry, the board, which is very close to it. I'll take this kind of shape for that. Okay. Do we have anything else? There's some small marker is right there. Very thin, tiny bit. It's coming triangle. So basically what we are trying to do, let me take a brush. Brush would work fine. There is a marker, tiny marker. Okay, marker is done. Do you have anything else? No, nothing is visible. Yes, nothing is visible. Okay, so what we got here, this is the whole floor plan, what we are able to see in this photograph. All right. Oh, this whole thing is coming out of the table. This is a table area, and table area say, oops. Can you see this table thing which is going like that? That's here, and the board is coming out of it. Little bit, make it short a little bit, because the board is ending right here. थोड़ा सा gap दिख रहा है ना, space यहाँ पे ऐसे, right here. Can you see this space has to be left over like that. So that's the whole floor plan you are able to see inside this photograph. Now if you get this whole idea, okay, this is how the floor plan is, and right now you're looking from here, that's the photograph is visible looking from here. But if this photograph will say that draw this whole thing from exactly opposite from that view, how are you going to visualize that? Now you're going to look from here, and you'll be able to easily do it, because now you know the placement of every object. All you have to do, selecting vanishing point, and वहां से खींच देना ऐसे. बाकी ये सारी चीजें कैसे कैसे दिखेगा, in whatever the way, if there will be some other object also kept like that, some other directions or something like that inside the whole floor plan, if you figure out something which is visible like that here with that kind of height, something like this. Suppose this is a part of this photograph, this whole black thing, there is an object in floor plan. It's going to look like that, somewhere close. So if you visualize this thing looking from this side, you'll be able to easily do it in your when you draw the composition also. You have the complete understanding of the floor plan. You're getting my point? But if you don't draw the floor plan first, after understanding of the whole placement of object and everything, it's going to be difficult a little bit to visualize कि यहाँ से कौन सा product कैसे दिखेगा. Okay, it's a matter of, after you're done with the floor plan, it's a matter of just creating the height. That you can easily do it. Right? So, oh, anyway, how many of you understood, how many of you went above the head? And let me remove some of you. Rafi, you're out of the class. Anand, who is this? Shruti Shankar, you're out of the class. Why am I not getting? Why am I not getting removing option? गौरव सर, ओ मुझे होस्ट नहीं, गौरव सर मुझे होस्ट बनाना प्लीज, मुझे कोई बच्चों को भगाना है. All right. Any question about the composition? Yes.
सर मैंने वो ग्रुप पे भेजा है, आप देख लोगे क्या?
रिव्यू के लिए बच्चे हम रिव्यू बाद में देंगे. फिलहाल टेक 5 minute break. Leave this thing open. जाके थोड़ा फिर से पानी वानी मार लो, फ्रेश हो जाओ. We are moving outside. We'll draw something for 1 hour.
Sir, if the vanishing point is out of the paper, how will draw that?
How will draw that vanishing point out of the paper? Very genuine question. How to make you understand this? There are 2 ways. You'll be having big table. Take a masking tape. Okay, masking tape को mask कर देना अपने paper को उस पे, ठीक है? And have you been practicing your hand moving in all directions? If you're not practicing that, masking tape is not going to work out. Okay, mark कर देना. Suppose this is your last table and corner को mask करना, पूरे paper को नहीं mask करना. This is, all right, this is table you are sitting on. That's your A4 size paper. corner just mask a little bit, एंड यहां से करके बाहर में 2 पॉइंट मार्क कर देना टेबल पे, ठीक है, पेंसिल और समथिंग, जस्ट 2 पॉइंट, जस्ट यू हैव द पॉइंट दैट विल गिव यू द आइडिया दैट ये वाली लाइन उस पॉइंट पे जाएगा कि नहीं. Like see, I'm trying to visualize if you spin this, look at that, all these lines are going on the point. Oh, थोड़ा सा घुमा दिया मैं यहाँ से. Okay, all right, so you just need a pointer to give you the idea, just like how do people play golf? Have you seen people playing golf? You haven't seen people playing golf? वीडियो में तो देखा होगा. गेम खेल लिए होते, गेम खेला करो, गेम नहीं खेल तो जा रहे हो तुम एग्जाम के लिए, ऐसा नहीं होने वाला लाइफ में. नॉट यू हैव टू बिकम अ गेमर, नहीं, वो टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करना है, जस्ट टू सी हाउ दिस थिंग्स आर, सिस्टम्स आर वर्किंग. देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ क्रिएटिविटी इन्वॉल्व्ड. सो व्हाट डू दे डू, दैट the whole thing that they are shooting the ball from, hitting the ball from very large distance. They put what did they do, a flag near, just very near the hole, sometime in the hole only if they're shooting a very very large distance. So player watch that the whole flag thing and they try to aim that. नहीं तो छोटा सा गड्ढा कैसे दिखेगा? नहीं दिखेगा ना. So this is the thing, you have to make a point where you can have your eye and you can draw that. थोड़ा बहुत इधर उधर जाएगा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, उतना कोई नहीं देखने वाला. But these points will give you very nice idea, you know, because this is what happens when you take a point outside the pace, you don't have idea कि ये कहाँ पे जा रहा है. But if you have the point, you will have a tentative idea, yeah, this should go at in this one, and you'll be able to see the line whether it is going to miss or it's going to be very close. If it's going to be very close also, it's fine, you're right. Any other question?
Are we really going out?
Yeah.
Okay.
We are going to see this one in action.
Okay.
Yeah. Everyone wear mask. We are going to have outdoor session. One student told me that, okay, just take 5-minute break now. Everyone quickly take 5 minutes break.
सर बाहर छत पे जाना है या कहीं और बाहर जाना है? कहाँ जाना?
घर से बाहर.
मतलब छत पे नहीं, रोड पे?
हाँ हाँ, रोड पे. Make sure you have mobile phone. लैपटॉप लेके बाहर नहीं जाना है, बहुत प्रॉब्लम होगा मैनेज करने में. What happened, Rohita?
Sir, should we take bike or not?
नहीं, इतना दूर नहीं जाना है. घर से बाहर जाना है. मैं तो अपनी सोसाइटी में ही रहने वाला हूँ.
Okay.
सर
टूरिंग पे नहीं जा रहे.
सर कहाँ जा
जस्ट घर से बाहर अच्छी सी जगह पे निकल जाओ, वेयर यू कैन सी सम थिंग्स अराउंड. ओके, एंड डोंट किल योरसेल्फ. मेक श्योर if you have any risk of your life, please don't go. You can stay at home.
A crowded area or some like park type.
Not very crowded area, just a normal area. बगल में जैसे गली में निकल गए, वहीं पे स्टूल लगा के बैठ गए. Quickly do it.
We have to
Whoever
carry a
wants to do
stool
it.
also, na?
What?
You have to carry a stool, right?
Yeah, of course. Where will you sit then? I have my tool. All of you should have this one. This is like really handy thing, especially for creative people. Every creative people should have one of these.
Sir, can we sit near gate? Cause like.
हाँ, गेट के पास में भी, मैं भी गेट के पास में ही रहने वाला हूँ. बच्चे don't worry, ज्यादा दूर नहीं जा रहे हैं.
No, it's like घर है तो घर के गेट के पास या कुछ ऐसे.
सीन अच्छा हो, थोड़ा सा कॉर्नर हो, कहीं रोड का कॉर्नर इज द बेस्ट. If you're going on the corner of a road, जहाँ पे टी पॉइंट हो रहा हो, या फिर the road is crossing like this, that's gonna be really good. और घर का रास्ता ही 2 रास्ता ऐसे क्रॉस कर रहा हो, वहां पे चले जाओ, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है.
सर कॉम्प्लेक्स में जाएंगे तो भी चलेगा ना?
क्या
बाहर जाना जरूरी है गेट के? सर गेट के बाहर जाना जरूरी है?
जान गंवाना
मतलब
जरूरी
नीचे सोसाइटी में भी जाएंगे तो चलेगा?
मैं सोसाइटी में जाऊंगा. I'll find a place where I can see a corner like this. If you're in society also is fine. But it will be really good if someone is going on railway station, sitting right there, रेल सामने से आ रही है.
सर रेलवे स्टेशन चलेगा?
नहीं, वो इतना वो स्टंट खुद से करना, ठीक है बच्चे?
दूर हो जाएगा.
क्लास चल
रहा है. What do you want us to draw?
Okay, we'll see how to use these.
I have a garden nearby. So should I go to the garden?
कहीं भी चले जाओ यार, कहीं भी चले जाओ. Let's go. Everyone is here.
Yeah, I'll leave from here.
Switch on.
Sir?
Switch on your video, everyone.
Sir?
Yes.
Sir?
I'm logging out from here.
Is this good enough?
Yeah. Just carry.
Hello, sir.
Wear mask.
Hello.
Keep your drawing book and pen and pencil.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
सर ये दिख रहा है क्या आपको? ये ठीक है?
हाँ सही चलेगा. बाहर बैठ जाओ बस.
हाँ.
Don't forget the frame view, the window you have made on your paper. I want to show you how to use that. shall we? Let me take my drawing book.
Bye, sir.
Yes, Kate, let's move. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
क्या क्या नहीं करना पड़ता है तुम्हारे लिए? We are going to have fun. Mic on. Do carry this one. Don't forget this one.
Carry what, sir? Carry what, sir?
Yes.
Carry what?
The frame, the window you have made on your paper. Don't forget that. Do carry that for sure. Everyone keep your video on. Everyone keep your video on. We need to see what you are able to see. Make sure you're online with your phone. Someone is in park. Radhika is in park, I think. That's nice.
Sir, I am also in park.
Oh, great.
Sir,
Let me see what I'm. Let
I'll
me
be
see what
going
I'm
in the
finding.
lift. Sir,
Okay, okay.
I'll be going in the lift, so the reception might get cut off.
Okay, so you connect again.
Yes, sir. Give me 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Is this place okay?
Give me just 1 minute.
I'm getting a call from mom. I'll be. Give me a second, please.
See, kids, if you're not able to do it, that's fine. Whoever is able to do it, that's great.
Sir, so
Let me set up. Let me set up first.
Vijendra sir,
Yes, who is speaking? Yogesh Chan.
sir,
Who's that?
actually it's raining, so I can't go out.
ओके दरवाजे पे बैठ जा तू क्या ही कर सकती है लाइफ में all right, so what we are basically trying to do here is the biggest problem come with the visualization that you're not able to mark that how much area you should cover, how much area you should see, right? Let's say I'm showing, let me keep my laptop somewhere.
Sir, didn't you say not to bring a laptop?
No, I'm getting my laptop. I need to see all of you know, doing what you're doing.
So is this view okay?
Just give me a second.
Sir, you forgot your mask.
I forgot what?
Mask. You're not wearing a mask.
Thanks for reminding. I think I have it in my pocket. Oh, I don't have it. Okay, it's fine.
Oh.
I'm safe anyway. My society is very safe. But that's not the excuse. I'm really sorry I forgot my mask because I'm having so many stuff. But anyway, I'll take care of myself. All right. So
Give me a second. I'll reach.
I'm having quite nice scene in front of me. And all of you see. Lots of building, trees. There are some people sitting there doing Tarak Mehta ka Ulta Chashma kind of thing. So, all right. So when you see all these things in your naked eye, with your naked eye, when you're trying to observe the whole pattern, you're not able to decide from which part to which part you should cover on the page. Okay, that's the biggest challenge. And especially when you're doing any kind of work on your paper, the biggest challenge comes with the visualization itself. See, the examination, this thing, they are trying to understand that how much visualization and how much first is observation part, how much observation you have of certain angle and certain space, and how the naturality will come with that. When you talk about the natural observation of this thing, how it will come with that. Till the time, if you're not able to balance the elements properly inside the composition, inside the frame, and if you haven't practiced those things with live drawing, live view, if you're not looking at that space in real time and understanding the whole floor plan, understanding the placement of the elements, it's going to be difficult to bring the naturality on the paper also. That's why one of the biggest mistake, biggest problem comes, especially when you're learning from a teacher. That is the most horrible thing anyone can do while doing design, learning from a teacher. What I meant by this, learning from teachers, when you're sitting there in your home, online doing classes and everything, all you're able to think of that, okay, there are some rules, this is how the line should go and everything, but you don't have a real application with a real scenario. Now, the students who are going to excel in these examinations, those students are having experience of the real scenario in terms of visual representation on the paper. That's why this part was really important. I wanted to execute also that how you can look at this thing and how you can be motivated enough to go outside and do some real drawing, observation of a real scenarios, real scenes, looking at one scene from a different direction. Okay, so this is the whole idea about this thing is. Now when you look at the whole scene in front of you, what you are able to see through my camera is not the thing what I'm looking at. Remember we discussed about cone of view. All of you remember we discussed about cone of view. Now the cone of view, what it does with your real understanding of a scene, that camera is becoming frame here, by the way. Whatever you want to see is you're looking inside a frame. This whole thing is becoming frame, but in my eye there are other area जो ये भी है ना, ये भी मुझे दिख रहा है, थोड़ा धुंधला दिख रहा है. It's visible, it will blurry only, but it's visible with my naked eye, and I'm literally not able to decide from which area to which area, in what height and what length and what proportion I should manage that thing on paper, right? That's the biggest problem, and this is why whenever you start drawing any live drawing, you find out that this big the road is going on, this big this building is, you decide a tentative size of everything, and you find out that suddenly you're having very less space, or suddenly your building is looking like a car, a size of a car, or everything is going out of the proportion, right? And this problem is with almost many people. Now this problem comes only because you don't have a real practice scenario, real scenario of doing practices and everything. Okay. Oh, let me put my phone on charge. It is going to get off anytime. Just give me a second. I'm loving this setup. All right. So for that matter, we have this frame. What it does and how this is better than photographs. So one thing is there. Why if you're facing problem with your naked eye deciding the whole space and managing that? Oh, these people are going. I wish they will sit here. Okay, I think some of them are going to stay. Okay, anyway, so once you're looking at the whole scene with a naked eye, so it's easier, isn't it easier just to click the whole scene, photograph, and see from a photograph and draw? Anyway, it is going to decide only, no? It is deciding one frame for you, right? It is deciding one frame for you. But here is a catch. Whenever you talk about physical experiences, anyway, you are trying to capture the whole thing within one space and trying to understand that frame, which is not actually visible, the side, other areas, the crop areas, which are not coming inside the photograph, that are not visible with you from your eye. This frame, what is going to do, first of all, it is going to work just like a camera does, but as well as you are present in that whole scenario and trying to visualize, you are looking at the area with your naked eye also, as well as you're trying to visualize with this one, then looking at looking with the naked eye, trying to see that area, trying to mark that from this height. Wait, I'll show you how I'm trying to do. So you can see this rule of third marking on the paper, right? Okay. With my naked eye, the whole scene is visible is this much. Okay, from that corner of the building till the little bit part of the gym area. And ऊपर में height देखो, सामने वाली building का तो पूरा height दिख रहा है, ठीक है? I'm not talking about this small, you know, junction kind of thing. I'm talking about the building which is behind, right there on the top. Look at that. Look at the edge, right? And यहाँ से second and third floor तक दिख रहा है. Now all this scenario I have to capture and try to fit in one A4 size paper. उसके ऊपर भी छोटा सा एक space बना रहता है. In the frame, there I have to represent. With my naked eye, I'm able to see this building also, and trying to figure out, you know, trying to capture this image and trying to fit inside the frame. And that's why my proportion is going completely off on the paper. When I put this one, I'm going to fix that. I'm going to draw the first pillar of this junction from there to the last pillar of that building. I'm going to cover only that much area. Height, I'm going to decide. I'm not going to draw the upper areas. Can you see the upper height? No, not that. Only from the, you know, first pillar, the one pillar you're able to see here, that corner, from that corner. I'm setting my frame just like that. And whatever is coming inside that, you know, I'm marking. I'm looking at with my eye. I'm looking without, you know, with the help of this frame. I'm looking without this frame. Looking with this frame. While drawing, while visualizing, observation part, to understand the proper composition, I'm taking help of this. While drawing, I'm trying to remember that only I have to draw from that corner to that corner, from this line, this pillar of this building, till this pillar of only this much area. Only this much area I have to draw. Rest area I have to block from my
According
cognition.
to the paper, we'll go now.
Yes, paper is just there to give you indication that only whatever the area is coming in the paper, the frame, through the frame, only that area I'm going to draw. One more thing. Are you able to see the line of rule of third? Now this whole thing I'm not placing exactly in the center. I'm placing a little bit on the side. Look at the center pillar of this whole junction in the front. The center pillar I have placed right there on rule of third, the first, you know, the first corner. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there is, I think the video is stuck a little bit. What happened to the video? Okay, now this fine. All right, so I'm deciding, and now with my cognition, just with my visualization, now I'm blocking every extra area. I'm not going to draw that. I'm just trying to manage only this much area on the paper. Just that. Now, once you start practicing like this, slowly you will develop that soft skill of the observation, that if you're drawing any kind of scenario or visualizing any kind of scenario, the unnecessary area of that whole location or the whole scene, unnecessary area you'll be able to block with your brain. बस डिसाइड ही करना है ना कि हाँ ठीक है, बार बार, you know, every time this will hamper you कि नहीं ये वाला तो दिख रहा है, ये वाला भी बना देते हैं, but this is out of your frame. If you try to cover this one, you have to cover this building also, the corner of this building also, the second building. And if you're trying to cover that, you're going to squeeze the space what you have already decided, resulting everything out of proportion. Right? And I have seen many of you doing this thing. I've seen many of you doing this thing. एक ही फ्रेम में ये भी बना दिया, वो भी बना दिया, ऊपर से कुछ टेढ़ा करके जबरदस्ती नहीं दिखाना है, और नहीं आ रहा है तो नहीं आ रहा है, leave it, right? But try to visualize the just this much, which can be perfectly composed inside the frame. All right. So should we do one drawing? You understood the whole concept, how we are trying to do that? People, it will be really good that if you keep your video on. I'm not able to guide you much better way. तुम लोग को समझ में नहीं आता है. See, this is what I'm trying to do.
Playground is okay.
सामने लैपटॉप लगा के बैठा हुआ.
Sir, is this okay?
Sir.
Yeah. Any is fine. Just try to block with your frame, and we are going to draw that. Okay.
Sir.
Sir, is this okay?
No.
बच्चे कुछ भी okay है. Okay, I showed you this. I'm going to draw something different. I'm going to draw this. हाथी कहाँ से? हाथी के बकरे?
Sir, मेरे यहाँ पे है. I was going to ask about कि what about moving object?
Moving object. Okay, I'll tell you. I think later on I'll send you a really good video for the moving object.
Okay, sir.
So how are you gonna hold the paper and draw?
How are you gonna hold the paper and draw? What are you asking them?
So like
I
we
don't
have
understand.
to hold this paper, not to know what frame is, what we
No,
have to
no.
draw, what things we have
See,
to do
kid. You're holding the frame, and you're holding frame just for the visualization and marking. Like this much to this much area only I have to draw. The rest I don't have to draw. And when you're doing that, holding the paper means what? You have to look. Yeah, you have to look through the paper like that, and trying to visualize. Okay, this much area I have to mark like that.
Sir, I already have a frame over here. Let me show you. Like, it's not zooming in. Can I draw that part?
Which part?
Like there's a square, there's a rectangle type of shape, and
Yeah,
through that only the ground
bachcho,
is visible.
Bachcho, you
So
can
it's
do
already
anything.
in a frame.
Yeah. So you can do anything. Make sure that you place the important objects on these markings. Okay, important objects right there on these markings. Like, okay, I just showed you, right? You remember? Like the one you're looking in the camera, there's a lot of area of the ground is visible. Of course, that's not your frame. Make sure that you place your frame nicely so that you can have, like, look at this one. I'm placing my frame according to the camera. Whatever will be scene will be visible with my camera. This is what I'm going to set from my eye also. So I'm marking this much area. One side there is, on the first crossing, I'm putting this tool for the exercise. What do you call it? I think crunches. You do crunches on this. Yeah. So I'm setting this one, and one side on one crossing I'm setting that the other tool, and behind that there is a basketball stand. So that's my rule of third. I'm fixing right there. Whatever coming in the center within the frame. Okay, let me close it. Yeah, this is fine. This is a perfect setup. All right. So I'm drawing this. See how nicely placed on the crossings, everything nicely placed on the crossing. Same thing I'm going to set for my eye also. Through my eye also, I'm able to see only this much thing, what I just showed you with my camera. Okay. Now I'll visualize the whole frame. I'll mark the rule of third on the paper, and whichever the element will be falling on whichever the crossing, whichever the element will be falling on whichever the crossings, whichever the line. It's just like a grade. You are making an invisible grade with your brain. If you do this kind of practice, you'll be having tremendous power for observation and visualization. Wherever you go a little bit off, take your frame, fix there, and trying to visualize that. Now, whenever I don't have these frames, suppose like, I do a lot of drawing when I go out. So when I don't have these frames with me already prepared, I just do with my fingers like that. I decide one area, a rest area, just for the marking part. After one time, I'm done with the marking from this part for the first floor till this window, this part of the crunchy machine, this part of basketball stand, and till here. I'll just mark the whole thing, and only this much area I will see from my, everything is visible because of cone of view, but I'm not paying attention on anything, just whatever was visible inside my frame. I'm focusing only on that. I'm going to place every element on paper only from that much area. Anyone is getting confusion? Is it clear? Isn't it clear? I think it's clear. Okay, within 25 minutes, we have only 25 minutes. Within 25 minutes, one composition should be completed. Pooja, Savi, Nikita, keep your video on, all of you. That will be really nice. I'll be happy if your video is on. I need to see you moving, what you're doing actually. Manasvi, that's a really nice shot. Try to block the same thing with your eye also. In your phone, I can see. क्या हो रहा है? Complicated हो रहा है?
To draw
No, no.
a bit,
With the
because I did this before and I messed it up really bad.
last time, but try this time.
हाँ,
Try this time with the
जो
help of frame,
garden
and
वाला
you'll
part
see the
है, the
difference.
lines I did it wrong actually.
कोई नहीं मनस्वी, इस बार try करो. Try to block the unnecessary area. You missed it because you're not able to block unnecessary area. But with the help of frame, you'll be able to do it easily. And you just have to draw that much. Draw the frame, and after that, draw the rule of third, those grids with very light pencil. If you're facing problem to visualize, take your frame up, close your one eye, and look at the thing again. Right here. It's going till second. You may have a look at how I'm planning. Just a very light pencil and very fast. Very light pencil. You can see the rule of third grid on my paper. मैं आगे वाला foreground में जो भी आ रहा है, I'm almost done the planning of that.
Sir, should it be in like a perspective, like a particular perspective, like 1, 2 or something?
See, whatever you are able to see, I'm able to see perspective. Everywhere
Okay.
you'll be able to see perspective. Perspective is just a basic thing. It's always there. It's not like you have to draw or you have to see. It's right there. Look at me. Everything goes in perspective. Means what? Depth. Everything is in depth, right? The whole scene in front of me is in perspective. However, so this goes when you're drawing the composition, whatever looks in the front, which are much closer to you, you draw very much with a detail. All the details, it will be look a little darker, but the area which is going like behind, can you see those cars in the parking lot, small cars and all those dark, I will not draw those things. I will draw, but with very light line and not very detailed. It's gonna be there just to give idea about, okay, there it might a kind of a parking thing is there, kind of. Not like exactly, oh, that's a parking, that's a Hyundai i10, I can see that. Ye itna agar if you're going to do this much detail of an area which is very far away from you, that's going to cause a very big trouble in your composition. Manasvi, are you trying to draw from your the screen of the phone?
No, but I was seeing because I was taking
No,
more part of it.
no, but every time I'm looking at, you're putting your frame in front of the phone. It feels like you're trying to eliminate some of the area from whatever is coming on the screen of your phone. You have to use like that, Manasvi. Phone, I was representing, phone was like my eye. This is what I'm able to see. But in reality, this is what I'm going to do
Okay.
with my naked eye. Naked eye, I'm trying to visualize and drawing like this, watching at the whole scenario, visualizing with the frame, visualizing with the frame, drawing with the, looking at that, drawing, visualizing with the frame. ये नहीं कि स्क्रीन पे जो मुझे दिख रहा है ना, मैं उसी को एक्स्ट्रा एरिया ब्लॉक कर दिया एंड जो उसके स्क्रीन दिख, ऐसे नहीं करना है. Phone is just there so that I can see you are drawing. You can focus your phone camera on your paper also. Like I'm going to do the similar way. So By the way, I don't have eraser. Are you having eraser? How many of you are carrying eraser with you?
Guilty is charged.
Not at all. If you're doing in one point perspective, you can have one perspective point. That will be really helpful. Till here, that's the point. Keep the perspective point. It's really, really helpful. That's very close. Yeah. Now I'm moving to my pen and doing final. So while doing finalization of your drawing, first try to draw, and always draw which you are able to see in the front, whichever the object. Do not forget to draw perspective point. I was making that mistake and it was problematic. Careful, cow might hit you. Whose frame is that? I can see a cow very near.
Sir, it was mine.
Be careful.
She actually, no, they are like friendly. She actually comes and sniffs to see if you brought something for
Anyone is
you.
getting hit by cow, that the responsibility is not on me and not on Ignite India. Breaking your legs, it's all yours.
Chance of getting ball.
Sir, I'm
You done?
yes.
Oh, great.
Mine doesn't look that great. Like it's rough, but
Take time, draw more. It's still 4 minutes left. Okay, so don't worry. कुणाल उसको और थोड़ा सा डिटेलिंग करो उसको.
Yes.
Have so much of element.
Sir, I'm sorry to interrupt. We need to start another class.
All right, all of you, just take a photograph, upload in the group, whatever you have drawn. Write a review about the class. This is the first time we are trying to organize things like that, just to have a little bit practical experience. Even if it's pandemic, doesn't matter. But anyway, what you learned and what kind of things still we can explore a little bit more and make it much more impactful. So everything be little bit, critical. Okay, do not hide your. And yesterday no one write anything. Only one girl has sent me one feedback, has given me some suggestion also, and I think that was good. It was a good suggestion.
So can you please show your drawing?
I'm not yet done, I think.
So can we send the pictures after we're done with them?
Yeah, maybe. I'm done almost this much. So basic everything is ready in the front. It just might take me 5-10 minutes to draw the background, because in the front the detailing part I'm done kind of with the shading and strokes.
So I took this frame.
All of you just take a photograph and send in the group. There will see that how much in what area you could have been much more faster, and take a photograph of the space also what we have drawn. Okay, one photograph without the frame. You take the photograph, and one photograph you set the frame in such a way that the much area you have drawn, just like that, the much area you have drawn, you have to keep the photo frame and then take a photograph, and you have to take one photograph of the whole space. Like maybe you can do uh, you know with your wide angle lens also. If you have wide angle lens, just try to get a very larger area. Okay, with the photograph and drawing, compile that into one PDF, whatever the drawing you have completed. Okay, right now just send one photograph with your drawing, and after that उसके बाद तुम complete करते रहो. Okay, so that we did invest 20 minutes time. Let's see how much you have achieved in 20 minutes and how you could have done much better. Okay, this will help you out, kids. It will help you all a lot. I think हमें पहले ही करना चाहिए था, but anyway, still have a little bit time to practice for an ID especially. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.